Flint, and also we're going to get acquainted with another little doggy, as you can see just here. And this doggy's name, my mind's gone blank.
Pew.
Everyone forgot his name?
Pew.
Sorry?
Pew.
Pew. Pew, as in Barney McGrew. Right, OK, lovely. And then we've also got Flint as well. Right,
okay.
so if you take hold of, Flint, I will take hold of Pew. OK, now that's the danger. I've got some good baked beans down there. OK, so we're going to rectify the situation, or replicate the situation. We're going out for a walk, OK? Now, I've got what most people have. I've got poo bags. Already. Right. Responsible owner, of course, should carry those. If you ever go dog training, it's one of the first things they ask you when you go dog training, have you got poo bags on you? Because, you know, it's a responsible thing to do. All right, so what difference would this make?
OK, so Andy, you've put the bags in your pocket now, and you're ready to go your walk.
Yep.
Now, I, at the moment, don't need my dog. I'm just going to simply load the scoop. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think they know what it does as soon as the minute they see it, but this is the kind of secret. So the scoop actually takes 3 bags because it's got these 3 tags. OK. So I'm going to load it up, preload it with 3 bags. OK. And this is before I've actually told my dog we're going a walk or got ready to go a walk. So it's very simple. We just literally put the bag over the top and put the first band on, and then get the second bag.
So you've already got so in 3 situations, you're already preloaded, ready to go?
Correct. And we'll see in a minute, it'll actually be more than 3 situations.
Ah, OK.
The bags are coming over, the handles are coming over the side. Yep. That's the best way to load. OK.
And how are you loading on? Just literally wrapping it around?
Yeah, wrapping it around, and then this tag and band goes there.
OK, lovely.
I'll just put the third one on now. And so that'll be me all ready and loaded. And like I say, Flint's very relaxed because he's...
No, very much. I have to say, they're 2 beautifully behaved doggies. They really are, aren't they?
Yeah. Right, there goes my last bag on. OK, so I'm preloaded with 3 bags. OK. All I do now is put a slight crease in the bags there, and I'm ready to go.
All right, lovely.
OK.
All right.
Now I want to kind of emulate going the walk.
Yes.
So we'll both get hold of our leads, and that's my lead here.
Yeah.
I'll just step over Flint because I'm the wrong side just for picking up.
Sure.
Just move over a little bit, mate, please. Come on, darling. Good boy. Come on, just over a little bit. Good boy. There we go. No beans. Sit down. There we go. Good fella. OK, so then what I'd like to replicate here, excuse me, is the kind of what we call the dotty poos. And we've just walked out of the door. Yeah. And a lot of people say to me, I couldn't carry that on a walk. Yeah. I say, OK, fine, watch this demo, and I think you may, by the end of the demo, you may be wanting to buy one. Okay. So here we go. So we've just gone out of the door, we've put the dog in our hand, and again, it just doesn't matter if I've got 2 dogs or 3 dogs, you can see with the lead and the handle, it's very, very easy. It fits in there a treat. So we're ready on our walk now. Yeah. And the dog has gone outside, and unfortunately, he's done what we call a dotty poo. OK. Right. Or a dotty poop. Yeah. And we've now got to each pick up 3 of those. OK, so fine. Right. I'm ready to go. All right. And presumably you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Let me just grab hold of one of the bags. I've got 3 on board. So I'll take this out. Now, I haven't got any kind of clasp or anything like that. I'm using
you've got
what God gave me.
OK.
So down like so. And this is how I would go about picking up. So I'm having to bend down. I'm picking these up, being quite careful, of course. John has already finished. You're ready to go. And your hands were nowhere near dotty poo. We should say it sounds like a children's character, doesn't it? All right, so straight away there's the hygiene reasons as well. I've had a very, very thin membrane between that mess and my fingers.
Yes. Very, very important, because actually is when you go to pick up the poo, that's when it actually releases a lot of smell. So you've encountered the smell. Yes. You've had what we call the warm sensation.
That is, yeah, horrible.
And then you've had to bend all the way down, obviously, and pick it up.
Hello. Oh, are you ready to go again, Q? OK.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
So you're ready now. Often people would tie that up now.
Yes.
So you've not only got the lead, you've probably got to tie your bag up as well.
OK.
I've actually, when I picked up my 3rd poo, I put on the clasp here, my lock.
Right.
So I picked up, I don't know whether you saw, I picked up 1, 2, 3, all in a row. They're all in the same bag, and I've gone into lock mode.
Right, OK.
Right, now we're ready to walk the next 10 minutes of our walk. OK, so lovely. If we have a little walk.
There we go.
Walking along.
Oh, hang on, the lead's caught under this pew. There we go.
OK. Now, something quite interesting also is when we first started, a lot of people say to me, John, I couldn't carry that. Yes. I'm just carrying a handle. I notice you're carrying something in your hand.
Yes, I'm carrying a bag of poo, ultimately.
But you didn't want to carry anything a minute ago, so... Yes. But you are now.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it. So, absolutely. So you're going to carry in something at some point anyway. So that does away with that argument.
Right. Okay. Correct. Now then, we're walking along, and in the grass, 10 minutes later, something else has happened. Yes. OK. So I'm ready to go because I'm all preloaded. I would simply release my band, go down
well, I'll
over
do the
top.
equivalent, so I'm bending down, have to get rid of that, hold on to the doggy. Might tie him up, for example, if I'm going to be too long, but you probably won't do. So I'm now using a fresh bag, coming out of here, undo this, because you never have these ready, do you?
No, and sometimes people actually have to lick their fingers to open the bag.
Oh, blimey, yeah. All right, so there we go, changing hands.
Right,
going
what have you
down.
done with your other bag? Oh, you put your bag of poo down.
Put the bag of poo down.
That's fine.
Put that in, pretend I've wrapped that up.
Okay. Right, lovely. So now, again, you've 2 bags of poo.
2 bags of poo.
I've been very, very quick. I've sealed, I've locked, I've not knelt, felt, smelt, or got anywhere near.
Not knelt, felt or smelt. I like that. That's very good. Very, very good.
Right. We're coming out to something quite interesting now because you've got the 2 bags of poo, you've got the dog.
Yep.
And this dog poop here is a slightly different colour, but the reason for the different colour, it's not actually from our dog.
Oh, okay.
It's not one my dog's done.
Right.
Okay. And really, I would think you're a very conscientious fellow, and you'd probably like to pick it up. So if you want to go ahead and pick it up,
fine.
I will as well. And again, it's off sand, and it's quite interesting when you pull up off sand with the scoop, it hardly takes any sand at all with it.
If we can be brutally honest with each other here, because this wasn't my dog, because it's my hand going near it, how many of us, honestly, would look at it and go, that's disgusting, and leave it? How many of us would go, people round here shouldn't do that, people who do that shouldn't have dogs? How many of us will leave it? How more likely are you to do exactly what John's doing because you've got a tool that makes it that much easier? I think you're much more likely to do it, which creates a better environment for all of us, doesn't it? So there we go. That's now someone else's. Someone, a dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
Someone else's.
I hope it's not the other one.
Yeah.
Mind you. Anyway, so that's now 3, 2... listen, I think it's all disgusting. I'm not making out that my dog's is better, but that's 3 disgusting mess. A handful of mess.
OK. And you've luckily had your hands ready every time. Now it's also quite interesting. We've got to our bin on our walk. So if you'd like to come over,
certainly,
and place your 3 bags in.
OK, lovely. Right, so I'm going to go this side, so I'm not blocking you off. Don't eat the beans, Pew. Don't eat the beans. I'll see what we'll do. There we go. Pretend I've wrapped those up, and I drop
3 bags
in.
in
3
the
bags
bin.
full, sir.
What I've done is release my bottom band. I could do it with gloves on. I've just simply pulled the band down. It supports the scoop. I can literally tie off at this time. It's still clamped, so I haven't had the smells or anything else. I can literally tie off. Here we go, tied off. I now release my catch. I throw my 1 bag, so it's much more environmentally friendly, into the bin.
That makes sense, doesn't it? That really does make sense.
But hey presto, I'm ready with my next.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
OK, so should we carry on the walk?
Let's carry on our walk as well. Can you show us once again how you lock it once you lock it into position?
Absolutely. So when I pick something up, I will... I could just pick up that bag if you like, but I can then just go into lock mode here with the tag. So I pull the tag, and that's actually locked the jaws.
Brilliant. OK.
OK.
Wonderful. That's great. So again, no danger of it falling out anywhere, of course.
And
all right, now...
all the time, I'd just like to emphasise I've had the lead in the hand. You know, you can operate this single-handed, but all you need is the lead hand just to come across and pull that too.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. But I'm having to use, obviously, the 2 hands, you can see, because I'm having to control the dog. I'm having to take the bag out of my pocket. I'm having to open it up. It's a lot more fuss, isn't it? All right, so now we know what this is kind of replicating.
Yes.
And this is where it gets really, I mean, horrible. Yeah. Really, really horrible.
So we're in a pavement situation.
Yeah.
We know it's not nice.
Yeah.
We've both got to deal with it.
We have. Actually, well, listen, whilst we're doing this, I'll tell you a story. It happened to me not that long ago. We'd had Oban, I've got a doggy Oban, and I was in Coventry, Charlesmore, if you know the area, Charlesmore High Street. And we hadn't had Oban long, walking down the street. I went out to the post office, walked down, it's on a hill if you know it. And halfway down, I thought, I better take a poo bag with me. And it literally was 100 metres, right? Sure enough, Oban, busy High Street, the biggest poo you've ever seen. And I thought, I've got nothing on me. I had nothing on me. And I thought, well, I would have genuinely run back to get the bag, but I know there was kids around, so someone had to go at me, oh, you're not coming back and all that kind of thing. Luckily, I had the receipt from the post office that I'd just been to. That's all I had, and it was the most precarious carrying of this receipt that barely covered the mess. You know, anyway, there we go. So that's the kind of situation you face. All right, so messy poo. Right. You going to ask me to pick it up?
If you'd like to.
OK, all right, come on then, let's try it. Here we go. Because you have to, don't you? All right, so... Oh, this is only baked beans, but... No, come on, Pew, you don't want that.
So while you're doing that, you can see and you can actually hear the scoop cleaning the pavement, I can actually get every bean.
No pubes. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you can see you've got the dog, you've got the mess, you've now got to fold it inside out.
Yeah.
I can literally go into clip mode.
Oh, there we go, fine. And put that away. Yeah,
fine.
going to need a paper towel
If
at some point.
Literally show you here, I'm going to pull the bottom tag. The handles come up over to the top, so I get my hands nowhere near it. It supports the weight. At this time, I tie off with it. And it's all done, all clean, all sorted.
Just for that demonstration alone, sold. Because that just makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Now, also, another reason, we were talking beforehand, you were saying this really started in the disability market.
Yes.
You were saying that this size proves very, very popular with people who maybe who are incapacitated in some way.
Absolutely.
I.e. wheelchairs, motorised wheelchairs.
It's a fantastic size for that. So they've got the reach from it. And it's actually, we've had loads of letters from customers who are really, really happy because they were having major problems before.
Of course.
They wanted to pick up their waste, and they couldn't. They had to get a friend to come out with them or whatever. So it's actually give them independence. And done them a great job.
It means that you can be a responsible citizen. You know, that's what it's all about. I mean, I don't know, as I said, near where I live, on a majority of the lampposts is a sign saying if your dog is caught fouling the pavement and you don't pick it up, it's a £1,000 fine. Yeah. It's a hefty fine, isn't it? You know, but people still do it, don't they? Yeah. People still do it, and I don't think people are necessarily bad, but I think maybe they just look around, see if they can get away with it, or they simply don't have the equipment. They might forget the bags, for example. You know.
And I think, Andy, as well, another point, you couldn't get rid of your beans fast enough there. You actually put them in the bag. Yeah. We weren't going to, actually, we weren't going to put it in the bin. We were going to go back to our car. And,
oh, yeah, that was going everywhere. Yeah. I've got a beauty show next, John. You know, there's only so much practically I can do.
Yeah. We were going to go to the car. But what I'd like to kind of just demonstrate is obviously all the messes in the bag now. Yeah. If I went to the car, that's actually clean, hygienic, even to put into the car. Yeah. And when I get home, I could just put it into the bin.
And all I had was a bag of sloppy mess that, to be honest with you, listen, I mean, we were talking beforehand, and I've seen this is quite a natural phenomenon. If you're someone who has a doggy, you take your doggy out for a walk, have you noticed how all of a sudden you have these strange plants that have these bags tied onto the branches? Now, why does that happen?
I didn't know until about 2 months ago, and I've sussed it. I always thought someone had got a vengeance against the farmer or the landowner or something. Okay. I actually now know what it is. It is people going a walk. They've picked up, bagged it, so they've done the first job properly. But what they thought is, oh, hang on, I'm going to pick that up on the way home.
Right, okay.
So they've actually didn't want to carry it. They've gone into the hedge, tied it on. They've gone to part of the walk, met someone or changed their minds and not returned.
Right.
So that's why you're now seeing these hedges full of these disgusting bags hanging down. And
it's a poo plant is what it is.
And you see it in the side of the road as well. It's terrible, really. And it's actually going to take far longer to decompose than they would if they hadn't picked it up.
Absolutely. All right, now listen, let's give you details of, so I can just grab hold of, sorry, I want some paper towel, thank you. Can we also give the details of the extended, which is actually just behind you, John, just over there. Now, let's talk about why going for this. I mean, straight away, obviously, it's taller, so if you have a problem bending down, there's the advantage for that. But you were saying this is more designed for home use.